Good evening, fellow punters. Mickey D back with you here on Monday evening. I've sat in this particular smoking area on numerous occasions doing videos, but never on a more special day than today. I'm in the town of Strokestown in Jason's smoking area. Strokestown won the county title yesterday, and throughout this video I will be meeting some of the officials, some of the players, maybe try and get some footage and put it together, and there'll be tips also for tomorrow. I have 4 of them. Hang in there, buckle up for the journey. The proprietor here now, Jason Hanley. He was seen going up at the Formal House this morning with a wheelbarrow full of money because the bank in Strokestown is closed now, you see, so he has to lodge the dash in the town of Roscommon. Big night last night, Jason.
Great night, great for the town, great for the lads.
Great for the till?
Till did okay.
Good stuff. Here now with 2 legends in Strokestown GA. On the right, as you look at the screen, former chairman Sean Collins. He also was a selector in 2002 when the last won it. A player that day on the other side is Damien Donlan. He was a player also in 92. Former county player. Back to Sean. How was the feelings when the final whistle blew yesterday, Sean?
Oh, ecstatic is the word, the only word you can use. Very, very much against the run of play. Throughout the game I thought we were struggling a bit, but in the second half we came alive, and of course the finish was superb. Our guys are very, very fit, finished superbly, and that last score was phenomenal. It was just incredible. Great day, great day.
Great day for the town. Damien, how did you feel at the final whistle yesterday?
Oh, I think I was just like Sean, ecstatic, but just a huge sense of pride in where we're from and our club. To see Strokestown the last number of weeks and the way people have got behind the team and responded and the way it's decorated. But yesterday's performance, I just watched it back there earlier on, and it was composed, it was controlled defensively. It was probably the best defensive performance I've seen from a Strokestown team ever. They were immense from 1 to 15, and when you see the work that Mark has done and that John has done over not just this year but years and years from underage, to see that coming through to win a senior championship yesterday with them is just phenomenal, and just delighted for a lot of lads, delighted for John and Mark and Jerry and all the team. It's just been incredible.
A man from the Banner County of Clare left a message on the channel last night. He was asking, would there be any goat round Strokestown milk this morning? Any update on the goats?
No, the goats are all gone now, they're all gone. We sent them all back down to the Slieve-Bloom Mountains.
Very good. There's another legend now, Joe McAvoy from Kilmore GA Club. It's only just out the road. Kilmore won the county final as underdogs as well in 1983. Joe got the winning goal. Joe's a salesman with DG Oil, and he's Sweeney Oil, and he was saying that there were a lot of drink, a lot of money spent last night and today that they mightn't be able to buy much oil off him, but he said he'd give it to them on tick. Joe, you're delighted for the town.
Yeah, unreal. Great to bring it down to the north after so many years. Great to see them winning at Strokestown. I'm delighted for them. While we're just good enough on the day, and Strokestown deserve their win, big time.
That's the job. Here in Bridge Street in Strokestown in the famous Burton's pub, Anthony Burton's, and this is Tony. How were you feeling yesterday, Tony? Were you confident going into the match, or what did you give their chances?
Oh, we were confident enough they're alright, yeah. The weather was going to suit us on a sort of heavy day. Had a fair idea, we had a good few pound on them. It's just to take it all back to town. We were happy enough with it all.
You told me there a couple of weeks ago that was your year, that you won it in 92 and 2002, and this was 2022. And you said, I'm going to the bookies tomorrow. Did you put the dash on? Did you put the wedge on, Tony?
We put the wedge on.
That's the job.
A nice few pound out of it all.
That's the love to hear it. And the till is flowing here today as well, and the crowd is going great.
A great day.
And it'll last for the week, I'd say.
Hopefully now. We'll get
That's
through it all.
A man asked last night, would there be any goat milk in Strokestown today? Any update on the goats in the area?
Lots of them. They're all milking well today.
That's the stuff. I'm here now with Peter Castellan, another legend of the scene in Strokestown, former publican, and he was the former chairman as well. He's also an uncle of David Butler, a player yesterday. How did this result yesterday and win, Peter, compare to 2002 and 92?
Well, personally speaking, that I was in business. I was the pub in 92 and 2000. Well, I was gone in 2002, but the atmosphere in town last night, being the fact there's only about 5 or 6 pubs left Sunday. I never witnessed a crowd like it in Wall Street. We didn't know what was happening. It was probably prepared behind the scenes, but what happened yesterday there was only a couple of leaders, but super nice and Folkestone.
And the celebrations are continuing well into today and probably into tomorrow and for the rest of the week.
Well, they always continue, but at the end of the day it was a single medal. I just happened to walk in the strokes turn, and the guys they're a wonderful bunch of lads. So proud of David, so happy for himself and so happy for the bunch of lads.
Here in Jason's with the two Compton brothers, two former county footballers, Colin and Cahill. Two legends from the Strokestown the last few years. Brothers winning a final together. How did it feel yesterday at the final whistle, Cahill?
First off, no, I'm definitely a better footballer than Colin. That's
okay.
Fact. Well, that's a fact.
Right.
And to be honest, that was always the case.
Yeah.
Better looking, better at football, and to be honest, anything else, better at him at that too.
Ah.
But,
Chess. You're better at chess.
No, I am better at chess too. Drafts, the whole whole lot.
Yeah.
What about Tiddlywinks?
Did you ever play that?
You didn't play that, did you?
Oh no, it was all football. No Tiddlywinks in the Compton
But
Brothers.
anyways, we get that straight first.
Right.
And then after that, I reckon it was great to win the game, and Tulsa will probably win the senior championship next year, if Strokestown aren't in the latter stages of the championship. But I feel like everything happened for us this year now. Between myself now and Kevin Finn, David Butler went into kamikaze style there for the last 10 minutes of the game. Lost every fucking ball he got. Done his damnedest to lose the game for us.
Colin, how did you finish the game yesterday? How was the feelings?
I was in shock, to be honest. I was in shock because I wasn't laughing, I wasn't crying, I wasn't doing anything. I was just in shock. But it's great. It's great.
As one of the boys said there earlier, it was like, Colin, who did you come on for there in the last 15 minutes?
I had a rough 40-45 minutes.
And who gives a fuck?
I had a rough, but I kind of came good in the end. So.
But isn't the best wine always saved for last, Colin?
Absolutely. Two big points at the end of the game. That's all that's fucking mad.
That's all I'm living for. We didn't play great, but
Lads, is the celebrations going to last the week? Or can you hack that?
I don't know about this fella now. It'll last the week for me.
Colin Compton again, and I just want on a serious note, I was umpire at their first league match this year, the World Cup. They drew 1-10 apiece with Gale. What was your aspirations, did you think, Colin, at the start of the year as regards the championship this year?
I'd say our aspiration, to be honest, I genuinely, I would have hoped we'd all win a county title, but I wouldn't have been convinced. But at the start of the year, we had a very poor start of the year for the first 6 months. We got an awful hammering down the Kilcock in June, maybe July, probably late July, just before the championship. The Cock hammered us out the gate. And they were beaten in the championship themselves the week later, and I thought we were going backwards here. Nothing was working. I thought, Jesus, we might never win championship at all. But, you know, things just happen.
You scraped into the. You drew one game in the qualifying rounds, and you scraped into you got the look at the draw. You were pulled out, and you were picked into the quarter final. So everything sort of clicked in after that. You had 3 matches to win the title, and that's what you did.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Here with David Butler, centre of the park. You learned a park yesterday. David, what was your feelings when the final whistle went?
Mick, it's very hard to describe, to be honest. It was just the fact that we got it over the line was the main thing. It was a very cagey affair. I don't think either team fulfilled their potential, but the main thing was we got it over the line, and that's all that matters. 1 point win in Hyde Park. Very hard to describe the feeling that we felt.
You were a young fella the last time, 20 years ago.
Well, I'm definitely not a young fella now. Anyways.
No, but you have still service. You played rugby as well, didn't you, for a while?
Intermittently, yeah. So that makes it even more that it means more to me, considering that I didn't play for a couple of years, and the fact that we got it over the line. I'm just so grateful to be involved this year, the year that we actually did it, and the group of players that we have at the moment is just incredible. So yeah, just very thankful.
I want you to say one thing for me. On the town.
On the town.
There you go, boy. Right, back with you here for the wrap up. And newcomers on the bus today was David Rithpath, Tony C, the Urge, or the URG, whatever it is. Ivor C, he was happy out because he'd done a €20 double listed on the two winners of 7-1 and 5-2. Erlingus, Ireland. I don't know if that's the plane or a man or a woman or a beast or a goat or a sheep or a what, but you're welcome to the channel. Terry the Maltese, you're from Malta, you're welcome. Mark McAvoy from Kilmore and Roscommon tipped up the Kiki Badger in Limerick Eastern at 1. Few tips for tomorrow. The 320 at Catterick, a 7 furlong affair, the 7 runners in it. An old friend of ours, Wobwobwob, that won the last day. It likes the ground, 7 furlongs, a heavy ground. Yennefer is the major danger, but that won in York, so I'm not too interested in what won in York. I prefer course and distance. We have to go with Wobwobwob, a second favourite, a point win. Similar sort of profile in the next race is this horse that done us a good favour a couple of times, is Oh So Chic. So second to Colt Henry the last time, but he was blindsided as he came up the field. He gave £11 the last day, he's only given 7 this time. Oh So Chic to win, and a reverse forecast with Colt Henry. In the 345 at Chepstow, Stephanie Causeway is a horse that should have won first before with Harry Skelton, but he done a Harry on him when he ploughed him into the last, and he's 7 lengths ahead. I think Stephanie Causeway could do the business tomorrow. It's 7-2. And in the 7:30 at Newcastle tomorrow night, Vindobola, the 4-year-old out of Pride of Dubai. It's only 3 for 27 lifetime, but he won in Newcastle of over 7 furlongs of 67 and 64. It had a good run the last day. I think Paul Morena could do the goods tomorrow night. That's it. We're going to knit it together. We're going to get it up tonight with the champions of Roscommon with us, Strokestown. As they say in Strokestown, say, on the town.